Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers and believers, visionaries and warriors of destiny. Today I want to speak to the fire that lies dormant in your heart. The quiet whisper that tells you that you were not made for mediocrity. You were not made to simply survive. You were not designed to live paycheck to paycheck, and you were never meant to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's idea of what is possible. Deep inside of you, there is a voice that has been telling you that wealth, greatness, and abundance are not for others, they are for you. The title of this message is not just a headline, it is a declaration of destiny, God's promise of wealth. You're destined to be a billionaire. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Close your eyes in your mind's eye and see the life that you dream of. See the mansion on the hill. See the car you've always wanted to drive. See the freedom to travel the world without ever checking your bank balance. See the look on your family's faces when you provide them a life beyond their wildest imagination. Feel the peace of waking up every morning knowing you are financially free, knowing that you are a creator of opportunity, knowing that your wealth is not just for you, but for countless others who will be blessed because you had the courage to rise. That vision is not a fantasy. That vision is not a joke. That vision is a preview of your destiny. But here is the problem. Society has convinced too many of us that wealth belongs only to the few. We are taught to believe that only certain families, certain people, certain backgrounds, certain connections have the right to rise to billionaire status. They tell you that you don't qualify, that you're not smart enough, that you're not lucky enough, that the system is rigged against you. But I am here to tell you that destiny laughs at statistics, and purpose is stronger than any system. If you decide that wealth is yours, if you decide that abundance belongs to you, nothing, no person, no institution, no economy can stop you. Wealth begins not with money, but with mindset. The billionaires you read about, the icons you admire, they all began as people with an idea. They were ordinary individuals who refused to accept ordinary lives. They believed that they could change something. They believed that they could create value so massive that the world had no choice but to reward them. And here is the secret that they discovered. Money is not just paper or numbers on a screen. Money is energy. Money flows to those who solve problems. Money flows to those who create. Money flows to those who refuse to quit. And money flows to those who believe they deserve it. So let me ask you, do you believe you deserve it? Not just to be rich, not just to be comfortable, but to be extraordinarily wealthy, to live in abundance, to create a legacy, to be the kind of person whose name is mentioned when the future of industries, nations, and generations is discussed. Because if you don't believe it, you will never see it. But if you do believe it, if you plant that belief like a seed in the soul of your mind, then wealth will grow around you like a forest of abundance. You see, being destined to be a billionaire is not about ego or vanity. It's not about flexing on social media or showing off. It's about purpose. With wealth comes influence. With wealth comes freedom. With wealth comes the power to change lives. Poverty does not feed the hungry. Lack cannot build schools. Scarcity cannot fund innovation. But abundance can shift the world. You becoming a billionaire is not just for you, it is for every person who will eat because of you, every child who will go to school because of you, every family that will find shelter because of you, every community that will rise because you rose. But I will tell you this truth, wealth is not waiting for you in the future, it is already within you. The only difference between where you are now and where you want to be is lacking the ideas, the courage, and the discipline to manifest what already belongs to you. Every billionaire began with an idea, but the real difference was that they acted on it. They did not dismiss their vision. They did not belittle their dreams. They decided to trust themselves enough to try. And then they tried again and again and again. until the world had no choice but to recognize them. When you start walking in this truth, people will doubt you. They will laugh at you. They will call you unrealistic, delusional, even crazy. But remember this, the same people who laughed at the Wright brothers for wanting to fly, the same people who laughed at Steve Jobs for thinking people would put computers in their pockets, the same people who doubted Elon Musk for wanting to build rockets that return to Earth, are the same type of people who will doubt you. And yet, here we are. Planes fly, smartphones exist, rockets land, and tomorrow someone new will make the impossible possible. Why not you? Why not now? Why not here? You are not just working for money, you are working for destiny. Every billionaire has the same 24 hours that you do. Every billionaire has experienced failure, rejection, and setbacks. The only difference is that they refuse to let those failures define them. They refuse to quit. They saw failure not as an end, but as tuition, the price of admission into the school of greatness. If you are willing to pay that price, if you are willing to fail forward, if you are willing to learn, adapt, and rise again, then wealth is inevitable. The journey to wealth is not just about building a business, finding the right investment, or stumbling across a brilliant idea. It's about building yourself. Because the truth is this, money will never grow bigger than the person who holds it. If you do not expand your mindset, if you do not stretch your vision, if you do not strengthen your character, then wealth will slip through your hands like water. That is why NY who win the lottery end up broke again, and why some who inherit fortunes lose it within a few years. Wealth requires capacity. To be a billionaire, you must think like one long before the bank balance confirms it. Think about it. Every skyscraper you see, every bridge, every highway, every invention, every app you use, all of it began as a thought in someone's mind. Billion-dollar companies are born in silence before they are ever seen in the headlines. And what does this teach us? That your mind is the most valuable real estate in the world. If you fill it with fear, doubt, and limitations, then your life will reflect exactly that. But if you fill it with vision, with confidence, with relentless belief, then there is no limit to the kind of empire you can build. There is a law in life that cannot be broken. As you think, so shall you become. If you think small, you will live small. If you think average, you will live average. But if you dare to think on the scale of nations, if you dare to think in billions, if you dare to stretch your imagination beyond the borders of what others believe is possible, then you begin to tap into the destiny that was written for you. The problem is not that people dream too big. The problem is that people dream too small and quit too soon. Most people don't even fail at their dreams. They abandon them before they have even given them a chance to succeed. They let fear choke their vision. They let temporary setbacks convince them it's not possible. They allow the criticism of others to drown out the voice of destiny within them. But you must refuse. You must decide that no matter what comes, your dream is not negotiable. Wealth is not optional. Abundance is not a maybe. It is your birthright. Understand this. Becoming a billionaire is not about greed. It is about becoming a problem solver at such a massive scale that the world rewards you with wealth in return. The bigger the problems you solve, the bigger the rewards you receive. Jeff Bezos solved the problem of convenience in shopping. Amazon was born. Elon Musk solved the problem of transportation and renewable energy. Tesla and SpaceX were born. Oprah Winfrey solved the problem of giving people a voice and sharing their stories. An empire was born. Wealth is a reward, not for existing, but for serving at a higher level. So ask yourself today, what problem burns in your heart to solve? What injustice makes you restless at night? What idea excites you so much that you cannot stop thinking about it? Inside those questions lies your path to wealth. Because the moment you align your passion with purpose and action, the world cannot stop you. People will pay for solutions. People will invest in vision. People will partner with energy that refuses to quit. But let me warn you, this journey will not be easy. You will have to sacrifice. You will have to wake up earlier than others. You will have to work harder than most. You will have to discipline yourself when others are wasting time. You will have to say no to distractions that others call fun. You will have to believe in yourself when nobody else does. You will have to hold on when everything around you tells you to let go. But I promise you this, the sacrifice is temporary, but the reward is permanent. Think about your family. Think about your children, your grandchildren, the generations that will come after you. Do you want them to inherit struggle, or do you want them to inherit strength? Do you want them to remember you as the one who gave up or the one who broke through? Somebody in your bloodline has to rise. Somebody has to say, enough of poverty, enough of struggle, enough of limitation. Wealth begins with me. And when you make that decision, you do not just shift your life, you shift destiny itself. Do you know what separates those who achieve billionaire status from those who only dream of it? It is not education. It is not connections. It is not luck. It is relentless persistence. It is faith in the unseen. It is the courage to take risks that others are too afraid to take. Every billionaire you see is proof that impossible is just an opinion. They were told, no. They were told, it will never work. They were told, you're crazy. And yet, they proved the world wrong. And here is the truth I need you to hear today. You are no different. The same breath that fills their lungs fills yours. The same 24 hours that they have, you have. The only question is, what will you do with it? Will you shrink back or will you step forward? Will you let fear control you or will you let faith lead you? Will you spend your life making excuses or will you spend your life making history? The decision is yours. But if you are hearing this, if you feel something stirring inside of you as these words are spoken, then I know this. You are called to more. You are not ordinary. You are not average. You are not just another name on the list of people who lived and died without leaving a mark. You are destined for greatness. You are destined for wealth. You are destined to rise. The wealth you desire is already reaching for you. But the question is, are you reaching back? Too many people sit and wait for opportunity, as if it will politely knock on their door and announce itself. But opportunity rarely arrives gift-wrapped. It shows up disguised as hard work, as risk, as sleepless nights, as failures that demand a response. Opportunity is not handed, it is seized. And those who rise to billionaire status are not the ones who waited. They are the ones who took hold of every chance, every idea, every opening, and refused to let go until it bore fruit. You must develop an unshakable belief that wealth belongs to you. This is not arrogance, it is awareness. It is not pride, it is purpose. When you believe that abundance is